Hyperboloid. What does that mean? Well, in Greek, if you put an H here, you can see H-Y-P-E-R. Hyper, boli, B-O-L, that's an L in Greek, and that's an I, or E. It's actually eta, which is an E. So we would say hyperbole. We'll get to that in a minute, okay? Now, bol, hyper means excessive, and bol means to be ballistic. What's a ballistic missile?
Isn't it where they put you in a hyperbolic chamber to bring back to your normal state once you know that?
Yeah, brother. Now we're starting to get what. Now we're starting to get how important the hyperboloid is.
Yeah.
So,
I like that. I'm hyper myself, so.
Oh, not just you.
excessive thrust, ballistic, bol. Bol in French means fraud, deceit. Why? Because when you talk bull, that's the same thing as a hyperbole. That's the same word. What's a hyperbole?
Hyperbole? Hyperbole, une hyperbole, c'est quoi en français? C'est la même affaire en français. It's the same word in French, hyperbole.
Exactement. It means excessive. It's an exaggeration.
Yeah,
I told you.
It's an exaggeration, exactly.
Yeah.
Excessive.
Hyperbole, right, yeah.
Hyperbole is an excessive thrust out of the mouth. So you are talking hyperbull. When I say to you, I've said to you 3 times, don't touch the chocolate. And then I'll turn around and say, I told you 1,000 times not to touch the chocolate. That's a hyperbole. That's one of these.
Yeah.
It's an excessive thrust. That's why you talk bullshit.
Bullshit. I was going to say that.
Oh.
Exactly. Because, you've heard that many times, oh, that guy's talking bull. Because that's what talk is. It's a hyperbull.
Well, there's a lot of bullshit out there, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah, the pseudoscientists are having their upside-down spinning day, but not for long. Pretty soon they'll realize that they'll have to do all of their seed wasting in a vertical position on a horizontal plane, as they've always been. So the other thing that comes from bol is bellus, which is war. Yeah, because these are making war. Bellicose, warmonger. Bale comes from bello. Bella. Bella is feminine. Bello is masculine. So when you see a beautiful woman, que bella.
Qu'elle est belle.
Très belle. Oh,
Elle est très belle.
Elle est très belle.
Yeah. Les petits fesses.
Yeah.
Is that right in French?
Yeah, beau, belle. Beau, no X if it's only one.
Okay. Il est beau.
Yeah.
Elle est belle. Elle est très belle.
Yeah.
Okay, so in Spanish, bella. 2 L's. This is Bale, guys. It's the same as Bale, right? Now, think about it. Have you ever seen this word before? You see, you get your Christians who say, oh, Baal's the false god. He's a demon. Okay.
Oh, man.
Remember Christopher Columbus? What was his name?
Christopher.
Colombo? Christophe Colombo.
Cristobal.
Oh,
Cristobal.
Oh, yeah.
That's his name in Spanish. Cristobal. Yeah, Cristobal Colon. In Spanish, his name is Cristobal Colon. Cristobal, Christ and Baal. It's the same thing.
Wow.
Because Christ is the dielectric and Baal is the electric. This is why Baal always gets the bad rap.
Yeah, you're on bail,
Yes, exactly.
That's why you're on bail. Exact.
Bail him out.
Yeah, right.
You get bailed out. Well, that's the same word as bello, bellicose, hyperboloid, to talk bull, bail, because Baal is the god of electricity. It's temporal. It's not bad. It's just temporal. Why would we be so impressed with the temporal world when we are atemporal by nature? Okay, so, and here's another word that comes from that, bowl. Have a close look at the bowl. There you go, bowl. Can you see the bowl?
Yeah.
Bowl. Blossom. To blow. Blow.
And blossom, you know. Taurus.
Yeah.
So I'll come.
Blow. Just change the words around, okay?
Change, yeah.
It's all bowl. Everything. It's all bull. It's all the golden calves of Krishna. Remember, Aaron turned the gold into a bull, a golden bull. These are the golden bulls because they are golden eggs. All right, so what we have, this is the whole point of why I'm doing this. We have to understand how to describe conscious energy. It's like this. Reciprocating, processional, hyperboloid, torus. This is the torus, tor. Reciprocating and processing, tor. The Tori, the Yggdrasil Tori of Toruth, Toruth. And here, the hourglass is the bowl, the cows and the bulls. And all the world is made by cows and bulls. Krishna's cows and Christ's little sheep, of course, because Aries is the first sign. This is Aries, this is Taurus, this is Gemini, this is Cancer, Tropic of Cancer. Cancer is always above, where blue shift happens. I'll explain this in a minute. I'm going to show how astrology works on the flat Earth and how the analema works on the flat Earth. Okay, so we're going to show that there's only one model. It can only be like this.
Yeah, there's one thing I would like you to, maybe it's relating to that, but the deck of cards, okay, the deck of cards, there's the king, the queen in there. How does this, the spades and the square, how does this relate to the reality, the deck of cards? We all play cards.
Yeah, I was going to ask that too, actually.
Well,
why is it there? Like, why is there those cards
I've
all over the
always
world?
wanted to know exactly what, you know, spades, hearts, all that actually meant, you know?
Well, again, the Torah, the tarot, or the rota.
Oh, tarot cards.
Because it's all rotating. All energy is rotating. There's three kinds of energy: direct, longitudinal, the wave, waving, undulating, that's spiraling, and then there's the electrical energy, which is rotating. There's three kinds of motion: direct, spiraling, rotating. Okay, so there's the deck, the normal deck. Half of that is what? 26?
Yeah.
Iron. Iron is 26 on the periodic table. Aleph, 26. Yod, Yod, Vav, 26. Jehovah. Yod, He, Vah, He, 26. El, which is a lamed. That's a lamed. The letter L in Hebrew, that's Aleph. 1, that's also a 1. Okay, first letter, Aleph. 1, 12 equals 13. Half of 26. Okay, so if you put a cross here, you have the symbol of Saturn. You see who L is?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
that's Saturn. That's Lamed, that's Saturn.
And
that's
12,
Saturn.
12 is like, you know, the king, the 12th card, and that's like Saturn, right? I mean, I think 12 is considered to be that. I'm not too sure.
Yes. God. Generation, operation, dissolution. That's what God means. G is 7. O is 15. D is 4, 26. 7 plus 15 plus 4 is 26. Jehovah, God, Iron, Aleph, L, 13. See, that's the magic number. 13 and 12 are the magic numbers, okay? So, what you've got here is a system of 12, or root 12 and root 13. So, 2 13s make 26, 2 26s make 52. That is the standard deck. The tarot deck has 78 cards. Why? One plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 gives you 78. 1 through 6 gives you 21. These are the trump cards. So 1 to 6, 21. Trump cards. Here is the major. This is the minor and the major arcana together. 79 is the number for what?
AU. Oh, damn.
Gold.
Oh, I was going to say bronze. Yeah, gold.
Gold? Yeah.
So when you finish in Pisces here, when you're in Pisces and you go to Aries where the sun exalts in Aries, that's where the 79th comes in, gold. The sun exalts here. Right, so let's see how the whole system works, shall we? Oh, by the way, one more word I forgot. Bol in French, in Proto-Germanic and in Dutch means tree trunk.
Yeah.
Bol, and that's the Yggdrasil Tauri of the Taurus and of the torso of Thor, Jupiter, Zeus, god of gods. Okay, let's move on. This is where it gets really, really good, guys. Especially for people like you with open minds.
Oh, it's amazing
It was
so far,
great.
Santos. What you're presenting tonight is amazing, awesome. Seriously, it's on the. Everybody in the chat is freaking out too, and there's like 50-something viewers live, so it's very good.
Great. Okay, so there's the plane of inertia, the planet Earth, and the sun. So in the middle of this is the North Pole here. This is the South Pole. Okay. So the sun is making big circles when it goes, small circles when it goes up to Cancer. This line here is the equator, and this line here is the tropic. Oh, I should have done that smaller. All right, and then and Capricorn is the biggest. So here's the Tropic of Cancer, and that's why when the sun is here, this is why Europe and India and all those people who are past, this is the equator here. Let's put the equator here. So there's the equator, there's the Tropic of Cancer, and here is the Tropic of Capricorn here. Okay, so what the sun is doing is this yearly: Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, Aries, Cancer, Libra. It's doing a vortex, and so when it gets to here, that's compression. Yeah, of course it is. Here has to be radiation. Red radiation. At Antarctica, where there is no life at all, it's redshift, harmful. At the Tropic of Cancer, all the way up, even past Europe, you can go up to the 81st latitude, parallel, and there's plants and animals living because it's blue shift. Aurora Borealis, what color? Blue, green, purple. Yeah?
Yeah.
Green, blue, purple. At the center of the earth, there is health. It's the Garden of Eden. outside of the Garden of Eden is suffering below the tropics of Cancer, Capricorn.
What's also considered that middle part, Agartha. I've seen that.
Yeah, this is Agartha here.
Right.
This is Mount Meru. This is Mount Meru. Mount Moriah. By the way, the Japanese also recognize Moriah in their culture, Mount Moriah. Why? Because there's only one religion, there is only one language, there is only one science, and this is it. So why is it that you can't
But they try to confuse us with many languages also, so we get confused and lost in the science.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. That's because they are confused. They are Aristotelian. They are not Platonic or Pythagorean. The Pythagoreans taught that everything starts syncretically and is then divided, whereas Aristotle's taught that everything is divided and then has to be brought together. Into syncretism.
Yeah.
Why? Because Aristotle was a materialist, just like Newton, Einstein, Copernicus, Kepler, Galileo Galilei, and all the bullshit artists who gave you hyperbole, bullshit. By the way, parable is another word. I just thought of that.
I was going to say it before parabole.
Parabole.
Yeah.
Why, Lord, do you speak in parables? So that the fools don't understand. It is not given them to understand the secrets of the kingdom. Bull. If you're talking bull, you're talking in parables or hyperboles. Okay, you cannot go past the 55th latitude, or parallel, I should say, in the southern hemisphere. You can't. There's no life. Captain Cook said 200 years ago, I went past the 55th latitude and there is not a shrub to make a toothpick. Okay, so what we have here, though, is the analemma. Lamb. Remember the laminin, huh? Please look at that. It's a little cross like this. It's gyroscopes. Everything is gyroscopes. Accretion disk, plane of inertia, spiritual plane, axis of spinning. And everything's doing that. And nothing is not doing that.
Now, the analemma, what you see on an actual globe, like a plastic globe, you see that analemma on there, right? Is that what that is? That kind of looks like a cross, but it's just like the design of it. It's like the infinity sign.
It is. It is. Let's do that now. So on the disc from above, the Earth is like this. This is the South Pole, what we call the South Pole, where redshift is happening. Redshift is below the Earth and at the outer rim of the Earth. This is redshift.
Like a
no
speaker.
doubt about it. And
like
Ken Wheeler, hey?
Huh? Like a speaker. Like a speaker. The South Pole is all around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the South Pole. This is the North Pole, blue shift. The blue aurora borealises, because compression is happening here. Remember, if we do this like that, we've got Tropic of Cancer, equator, Tropic of Capricorn, and the sun is compressing, rarefying, contracting, expanding, contracting, expanding, compressing, rarefying. Please understand this, because
So
this is how. So here
so
is
that's
where,
why we see. That's why we see it bigger when it sets on the horizon.
well, that's due to atmospheric lensing and refraction.
Yeah.
It's the water molecules that lens that make the sun look bigger when it's
lower on the horizon.
lower. But it always disappears in the vanishing point. There's always, if you look down a flat, level, horizontal corridor and it's full of light, eventually that light will block out. It doesn't matter how long the corridor is, your vision, your perspective cannot see past that point.
I mean, people forget how small we really are, and then seeing the Earth, and I mean, there's no way we'd be able to see it perfectly, like, you know, being on the ground and it being so high up, you know.
Yes, exactly.
You know,
Our perspective.
And also, I've had people tell me, you know, if I said, okay, well, you can see the North Star in northern hemisphere, and then the southern hemisphere you can't. But I think it's just due to how big the sky, how much bigger the sky is than our perspective to be able to see the entire thing, so that we don't actually see the North Star all the time, because we only see sections of space because of how big it is. You know.
That's right. That's right.
So we're only seeing a small chunk, even though it's all around us. We're only seeing a small chunk of it. You know.
It's like this. So if you're looking down a corridor like this, and there's lights all the way down that tunnel, right? The horizon is always there, isn't it? No matter you go up 40,000 feet in a plane, and you just look at straight level with your eyes, and you'll see the horizon coming up. Okay, so there's no falling away. Why? Well, because everything's flat. Simple. So,
you would see some kind of curvature if you're that high up. You got to see some kind of. You know,
you see curvature of rotundity, not sphericity. You will not see a sphere ever. Period. Period.
Oh, I loved seeing the sphere on NASA Live there when they posted a live video of them. You know, it's like they show. It's just you know,
cartoons on steroids. Cartoons on steroids.
Like, they're all underwater. Like they show you. They're just, you know, it's just like it's so much money put into like this. You know, just Hollywood, all the money just goes to that.
Cartoons on steroids. Danny Wilton will have a field day with that. Danny Wilton is the master of CGI cartoons. Absolutely devoted his whole life to cartoons. So if you want to learn about that, So
right.
So if the sun is here, we see the sun setting. Okay, so because when the sun is here, it's above our heads. You know, you're standing here, right? At this point, the sun is right above you, and so you're looking like this, and there's the sun. But as the sun goes down the corridor, it tends to go down. It goes down. It's just the same as if these were electrical power lines. Well, then, as you look down the road, you know they're all the same height, but from your perspective, this power line, this electrical power line, is lower than that one. But it's not. They're all the same height. You see the street lights are the same as that too. So if you're standing here, now, as the sun goes down the corridor, he's not actually going down, setting down, he's setting away. So when the sun's here now, it's lower than there. And when the sun's here, it's lower than there. And then when it gets to here, the sun, it will vanish in the horizon. It has to, because that is perspective. That's nature. But see, boltards who are upside down spinning, they don't want to use their reason, and they don't want to use their intuition and all of their faculties. They want to stay with the herd mentality.
Yeah.
So the analemma is this.
Yeah, that's right.
So the center point of the analemma, so you can put it here like this too.
It is cut off a little bit from the top there.
Oh, sorry, I've done that wrong. It's a bit narrower here. So it's like that, and then it's wide here. So you see, this is the equator. This is Cancer. This is and this is Capricorn. No, sorry, that's Capricorn.
The opposite. Yeah, I was going to tell you the opposite.
And this is Cancer. Okay, so this is the path of the sun, and it's the same as the Mobius strip, which goes like this. The figure 8, the lemniscate.
So that's where the number 8 is very, very divine, also in the infinity sign and all that. There's that thing you're explaining, analemma?
Analemma.
Analemma.
Analemma. Okay. So this is how it works. This is the equator. So this is Aries here. Aries is all the way up to here. Aries goes through that crossing. That crossing happens on the 15th of April. On the way up, on the way down, 29th of August. Pay attention. This is a big lesson here. Okay, just pay attention. So the analemma, this is the 21st of September, March, the equinox. As the sun goes up to here, where Taurus is here, it crosses there on the 15th of April. That's the birthday of Sri Rama, Krishna, the Ram of God, the Ram, the Lamb of God. Right there at the crossing of the figure eight. The crossing of the figure eight happens 8 degrees above the equator. 8 degrees, 8.5 actually to be exact. 8.5 degrees, this point here, that point there happens at 8.5 degrees above the equator. This is spectacular, guys. Spectacular. Now, so the 15th of April, on the way up, in Aries, the Ram of God, is the birthday of Sri Rama. And many other great celebrations happen in Aries. All the celebrations happen in Aries. Easter, lots of them. Now, so the sun goes up to here, to the 21st of June. At the summer solstice. This is the summer solstice. Here. 3 days later, on the 24th, you got the birthday of Saint John the Baptist. Le Baptiste. Now, directly opposite that birthday is the 25th of December, which is the birthday of who?
Jesus. Yeah, Jesus.
Okay, so John the Baptist was John the Baptist was 6 months older than Jesus, and John the Baptist said, pointing to Jesus, he will go on increasing and I will go on decreasing. Yeah, because when the sun hits the Tropic of June, it has to wane for 6 months. Wane all the way down to Jesus's birthday at Capricorn, the goat, and then the sun waxes. Right. Now, here's the kicker. 29th of August is what? It is the birthday, it is the festival of the beheading of Saint John the Baptist. Would that look like Saint John's head? His birthday is here on the 24th, pinned to the solstice. His birthday is here. And he gets his head chopped off on the 29th of August here. And then Jesus is born here at the solstice. And then at this crossing of the figure eight, Sri Rama is born and Jesus gets resurrected in Easter at the same time. The 15th of April is the date where Easter happens more than any other date in history. Just look it up. You'll see that Easter occurs always around the 15th of April.
I'm a bit confused here, Santos. Why exactly are you putting the 25th of December on the Tropic of Cancer and the opposite, the other one on the Tropic of Capricorn, the 21st of June? I'm a bit confused. Shouldn't it be the opposite?
Yeah, let's do this again.
Like turn your 8 around?
Yep, upside down. Let's do it again.
Okay. Because I was confused. I was like, why is the... So it should be, yeah.
Yeah, so was I. It's just, I'm just tired. But
it's okay. You have a lot of things in your head. I understand, but I seen it. I'm like, yeah.
Good on you. Thank you.